This is what we got going on in the interior. It looks a lot worse than it is. I'm a little nervous about this panel. I went ahead and cut my seatbelt. We ran into a major problem and I gotta show you. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, this is the last interior mod that I will be doing to my car before it's pretty much almost, I could say, full bolt-ons. But a little sneak peek into what's gonna happen tomorrow with the S550 right here. So after I finish installing the rear seat delete today, which you guys are gonna watch and hopefully you enjoy, and I'm gonna show you every little bit on how to do that. Tomorrow I'm going to be going down to Revolution and where the Fox body's at, and the S550 is going under the knife. It is getting tuned, it's getting the intake on it, it's getting some more suspension mods, some like bushings, and the cradle lockouts, I believe it's called, to pretty much stabilize the IRS 100% so you don't have that little sway that the S550s give. Unfortunately, they do that. Ford, get on that, get rid of that, please. But yeah, guys, I'm just gonna give you guys a before and after pretty much comparison on how the car does as it sits right now to pretty much just a tune and an intake on 93 pump gas. And I'm honestly super curious. I've been talking to all my buddies today and we're playing the number game. We're guessing what it's gonna be. I'm saying it's gonna pick up probably like 45 horsepower. I like to estimate high because, I don't know, I'd just be happy if it got high, but if it's lower, no biggie. Here is the rear seat delete. We're about to get that installed right now. I'm gonna rip out most of the stuff on the inside of the car, show you guys a little bit of that. I don't wanna go too much into that, and I'm gonna just pretty much keep the video short and sweet as possible on taking out the interior pieces because, you know, I like to not show you guys all the boring stuff. But yeah, seats are brand new. I kind of want to make something cool out of them, like a gaming chair, if I could do that, if that's possible, but we will see. When I definitely remove these in the front, definitely going to make something cool with that. But let's get to it, boys. So first step that you need to do when you're taking out the rear seats, and it's pretty easy. Let me explain. All right, so as you see, I already got the bottom of the seat, the cushions removed, and it's pretty easy. So you see this hole and that hole right there on the other side. Pretty dead center of each seat. So when you're removing these, all you have to do is, you need two hands, so I couldn't really record. You push on the center of the seat and you just pull up, and it literally, guys, it pops right up. It's super easy, and you guys will understand once you do it, because I was pulling up from each corner and I heard something pop and I was like, oh shit, I already snapped something. It's only been like 5 minutes, but don't worry. Press in the middle and then pull up lightly and you'll have no problem. So on to the next step, I gotta get some lighting in here for you guys so you can see. It's kind of dark. So next step, you're gonna need a 1/2 mil socket and a little power tool, whatever your choice is. Just make sure you don't snap it. So I'm really not following the rule book or any type of guide. So next step I did was remove the bottom clips for the seatbelt, which is that. And I took them out. I'm not going to put the bolts back in because I don't see a purpose. I don't see anything like that can rattle around in there. So that's out now, and we're on to the next step. We're removing these seats, the backrest part. I found 3 bolts. One there, one on the right side, and one all the way on the left behind that little spring. It's kind of tucked in the back. It was a 15 mil. So for this one, it was, the middle one was this one, and then the sides were these 2 little nuts. And yeah, I'm about to pull them out real quick. Hopefully I don't destroy anything else in the car, scratch anything, because there is sharp metal on the edge and I have to be very careful. So we're in the car, we're in the back. It looks a lot worse than it is. Don't worry, because it doesn't look that bad, honestly. So we just saw the other steps. Take these out, put the bolts back in, complete, get that done. Next step is remove the bottom piece of the seatbelt, which is right down there. Unbolt that. Well, I mean, I don't actually know if these are the right steps. You know, I just like to wing things. And if I mess up, I'll go online and look. So wing it with me, and I'll hold your hand through the process. Ain't that right, Wild Steve?
Howdy.
We're going to get this done and show you the next step. I'm a little nervous about this panel because it is all plastic, and I'm going to make sure everything is buttoned up nice and tight under here, because I did hear like a little, like, kind of like a tapping of something when I drive sometimes. I don't know. It could be just some rocks on my back road, because it's like pretty much a gravel road. So yeah, we're going to get this out and pick it right back up. We're still in the back of the Mustang. Make sure you take like 2 ibuprofen before you do this because your neck and lower back will stiffen up automatically. But let me show you what I did. So this big plastic panel that's on the inside of the car, remove that, take that out, throw that off to the side like I did over there, like so. And I went ahead and cut my seatbelt with some scissors just because you're gonna have to use like a Dremel and trim up this plastic piece. And I didn't want to do that because this plastic piece actually looks pretty nice. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want it to look all cut up or have like that plastic, like, you know, plastic's kind of cheap anyway. So if you start cutting it, it could crack or anything. And I was like, it's going to ruin the structure because there are clips on it. So it does have to clip in. And I felt like if I cut it, it's going to ruin that immediately. And I was like, you know what? Let's just cut the seatbelt because I'm not putting seatbelts in the back of the car. No one is going to sit in the back of the car. I still have my seatbelts for the time being. I'm going to get a cage put back here and harnesses put in. And I'm buying 2 different racing seats for the car, so these will be gone eventually. So I have to enjoy the heated and cooled option for the time being. I actually shouldn't have got a premium because I knew this was going to happen, but at the same time I was like, I definitely want a premium, but you know, I can never make up my mind. So anyway, there's a little attachment piece here that rolls up the seatbelt. There was a bolt here, I believe, and I removed that. Oh yeah, that's what this bolt, the silver bolt, was for. Steve, I remember what that bolt was for. So you take that bolt out, pull this whole plastic piece out, or like the assembly that rolls up the whole seatbelt attachment piece, and yeah, cut it, put it back, and move the plastic piece to the side. I'm gonna button everything back up on this side and do the same thing to the other side because I didn't even touch the other side yet, so I was just getting this 100%. Then I'm gonna start installing the panel. So it's going good, guys. Just be patient as you're doing it. Take your time and go piece by piece just to make sure you don't make a mistake or mess up. There's some pieces I might leave in the car that were part of the seat bracket, and let me explain. I'm gonna try it and see if it works. I don't know. These pieces don't weigh an extreme amount, but I feel like it'll give more structure to the pieces, the panels that go in there. And unfortunately, the guy I bought it from is a super cool guy. He actually forgot to give me one of the panels that go in the middle, and I didn't even notice it because I picked the piece up from him at like 9 o'clock at night, and it was super late, and I was like, I looked at all the stuff, and I was like, cool, it looks like everything that I saw in the picture. We're gonna go meet him at Wawa in like 30 minutes, but let me give you an update and show you everything in the car. This is what we got going on in the interior. As you can see on the right side, as I showed you, I cut the seatbelt out. Just cut it, guys. Honestly, it just looks so much better and more clean. Cut it, put all the panels back. Some of the pieces I still got to push all the way in 100%. And this was the piece I was explaining to you guys about. So literally all you would do is just pull this pin out and you would take it out, that bolt and that bolt. But I feel like when the panel lays here, I'm going to see if these are adjustable. Some way I can turn them straight upwards. And maybe the black panel piece like that will lay flush right on there, so it will give it more support, because the other piece that I am missing is like another black piece, I would say about 12 inches long and probably 5 to 6 inches wide, that you bolt in right here, and then the other clips for the other panel, they'll pop in. It's just 2 clips right here and then right here, and that's pretty much it. And I have to figure out how to put the top piece in. Didn't figure that out yet, but so far it looks good. Panels came out pretty easy. I was super nervous ripping these panels off, but it's just clips, guys. I have a bunch of extra Ford clips. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Hopefully this was all worth an extra 40 pounds. About to head over to Wawa right now, get that other piece, and we're gonna catch you guys back at the house and finish this install. This is the panel piece that we needed for the middle. This piece in the middle pretty much just supports everything and helps it get clicked in. But first we have to go and install these little bracket pieces. These are plastic, so be careful. They do feel kind of cheap. They are not made to hold a lot of weight because no one's going to be sitting on them, obviously. But still be careful when you're putting them in. Don't crank them down super tight. Use a wrench or something. I don't know, whatever you want to use. Just be careful when you do it so it won't break. But yeah, I'm going to jump on that, get the middle piece in, put the other brackets in, and then I'm going to pick it up after that for you and show you exactly how I did it. We got these little bracket pieces in. Same thing goes on the left side. And for the middle piece, as you see right here, there are 2 holes. You got to take out the factory Ford bolt, which was right there. Remove that, put this right back over, and then reinstall the bolt. And as of that, I think there's another bolt that we have to put up front, just to secure it 100%. I'm not sure, but let me get to it and I'll let you guys know. We got the panels down 100%. So like I was saying before, there was one bolt that went here. That's all you needed, and it kind of sticks up a little bit. Don't worry about that. It's not that big of a deal. And then just put each pin in. It is the thinner one, the plastic pin. Yet again, be careful because it is hard. Like, I mean, it is easy to break these because they are super cheap. So just be careful when you're installing that. Last piece we got to do is put the back piece in, and I'm pretty sure that will be it for today. We ran into a major problem, and I got to show you. I was super mad, but I don't want you guys to make the same mistake I did. Learn from my mistakes. That's what I'm here to do. So I'm going to teach you guys and show you everything to do the right way, even though I kind of didn't follow any rules or other videos. Kind of glanced over some stuff just to make sure, but after I messed up, I went online and watched like 6 videos immediately, and not one person in the video mentioned this piece to take out. So I'm gonna mention it, and make sure you guys do not make the same mistake, please, because you will be kicking yourself. So the back panel piece and the bottom pieces are pretty much on. I just need to drill another hole right here to get the pin all the way through. But as I drop this, you see this right here and over there. There was these like little D-rings, I guess you want to call it, that go right in here. There's 2 bolts, one here, and the same on the other side, obviously. But that pretty much just clips the seat back in when it folds up and down. In order to get to that bolt the like most efficient way without breaking anything, there's a clip here, and I honestly did think I forgot to put the clips back in. Oh my god, I'm so mad. But yeah, no, I think they're in. I definitely put them back in. But yeah, you got to take all this back off, take everything off, and get those bolts out. But just make sure you do not make that mistake like I did, because it will be an absolute pain. Other than that, guys, it was pretty simple. I'm happy the way it turned out. It looks super clean. Follow me on Instagram if you have any questions or concerns. Just DM me and I will go over every little detail about how to install the rear seat delete. I'll help you. I'll be your little guide for that. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.